Namaste WoMen. Welcome to the sixth episode of Understanding Views on Women and Men. Today, we sat down with Chirag Harchandani, who is a copywriter, storyteller, and full time explorer of chaos and creativity. In this episode, we go beyond marketing and talk about leaving home, finding self reliance, and what it truly means for Gen Z men to grow, hustle, and figure it all out in new cities. This is a conversation about youth, change, and everything in between. I hope you find this conversation really helpful, insightful, and most importantly, relatable. And we look forward to bring more such conversations to the table. How was it like, telling your parents that you're shifting to Delhi as, working in an influencer marketing agency? Were they
Yeah.
okay with it, or how
So,
did the whole thing happen? Yeah.
okay. So what happened was this happened in one single day, and I was like, "Hey, how? What the fuck am I gonna do?" Because so I was trying to become a copywriter. I applied on a lot of jobs. I did not get it. So what I did was through this LinkedIn connections only. I tried to find some people. I found out about this my company and I reached out to people and then I found out that I know someone already there and I saw like he also works on LinkedIn. He also works there. So I was like, I can easily reach out to him. I can ask him if there are any open positions, like if you can give me a referral. So that happened, and that also took like 20 days, like 20 days of my time, and because like this procedure of interviewing CV and I don't know, like all of these things, how I got the job. So I went to the referral and I was like, hey, I'll just like keep on asking them again and again, started pitching them, hey, I want, how am I good fit? Because I did a lot of events. I was like, if I've done so many events, I believe I can do influencer marketing because I have already been talking to hosting events in college, which were like in youth, which these are names of events. And we used to host people like Devas Gupta, Vivek Atre. I did it. Like I hosted so many of them, Padma Shri awardee, and
Yeah.
just because of these communication skills, brought them on board and executed the entire event. So I was like, I believe I can do the influencer marketing thing. So I did not tell my parents that. I just told them I am applying and joining date would be like, 2 weeks after that, if I got the offer. But that was not the case. So I suddenly got this offer and I was like, this is this one golden chance, like the one opportunity which I have was 21 years in Jaipur and I cannot. I was so done that I am not able to. I just want to go out. I want to do something for myself. So I was like, I'm going to go out. I got the offer. You won't believe, like, I did not pack a lot of things. I took out a suitcase. I took out some of my clothes because I honestly had some clothes only. I bought all my clothes in Delhi and I just packed it. I left. Like I was like, I just told my parents, hey, I have a train tomorrow. And they were like confused, like, what? Because they were not able to understand what just happened. And I am just out of nowhere on I think, Thursday morning. I'm telling them that tomorrow I'm going, like going. And they were not able to process it. My mom was not able to process it. My dad was not able to process it. That tomorrow I might come after 3 months probably. So their reaction was for an entire day, everything was just silent, like silent for 12 hours because they were not able to process. I was not able to process. I was thinking, what's going on? Am I really doing this? Am I going to leave the house? Am I not coming back for 3 months? And it was very overwhelming, very overwhelming. I was not able to process anything. My hands were like shaking for like 24 hours straight till I reached Delhi and it did not stop. Like for the entire weekend I was just shaking that what am I doing. My brain was not able to process anything. I was just trying to wrap my head around, okay, uh, have I honestly done this? Have I left Jaipur? And so I just realized, why does my hair look like that?
It was good before. I don't know what you did
Okay.
with it right now.
Yeah, so I was like, I just left. And My mom, she did not cry for 12 hours. She was still like, okay, she was helping me pack. She was helping me with other things. She was asking me, "Tiffin leke jayega, ye leke jayega." I was like, I was silent because I was not able to process what she was saying. क्या टिफिन? Because मुझे भूख नहीं लगी. मुझे like 48 hours तक probably भूख नहीं लगी होगी उस दिन. Because I was just processing what's happening with me. And that day came, 12 hours happened, and it was my bus. Like, I have to board the bus. And at that time, my mom started crying. Like, she started crying like anything. I was like, what's happening? मैं already process नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ ये सारी चीजें. And now my mom's crying. My dad is already silent because, yeah, like, what is he supposed to say? Like, what is my family even supposed to say that
I
I
mean,
am
like,
living in Monday?
yeah, did they imagine that you would do something like influencer marketing? Like, what did they have in their minds for you?
Fun fact, they still don't know what I do. Because, see, I come from Jaipur and it's very small city,
Yeah.
right? Influencer marketing, how am I supposed to explain it to my parents what is influencer marketing? It's impossible to
Exactly.
explain to them. My mom does not know what is Instagram. My father does not know what is Facebook. So, how am I supposed to explain what is influencer marketing?
Yeah.
So, my parents think that I am just doing marketing, like just
Oh.
core marketing, and that too they're not able to wrap their head around. They are thinking, yeah, like he is probably selling products somewhere, like he is on telecalling and like probably pitching people to, ये आपको खरीदना है कि सर, ये आपको खरीदना है कि सर, ये आपको खरीदना है कि सर. They think that they still till this day I've been working in influencer marketing, and they think that I am working in sales and probably selling products somewhere on a call and calling like 100 people a day. I am calling 100 people a
That
day, but
is
those
that is
people
crazy.
who I'm calling are probably like celebrities, which I cannot name because like we are not allowed to. So they are like famous people. And that's the thing. So they still think I am doing sales and they still don't know what is influencer marketing. And I don't think they will probably know for 1 or 2 more years what is even influencer marketing. I'm trying to explain it to them. Uh, okay, so let's start from mom. I tried explaining to my mom कि मम्मी फ्री में प्रोडक्ट्स मिल जाते हैं, आप ये समझ लो बस. दिस इज समथिंग व्हाट आई डू, तो मैं आपको फ्री में प्रोडक्ट दिलवा सकता हूँ. तो माय मॉम इज हैप्पी, लाइक हाँ ठीक है, फ्री में प्रोडक्ट दिलवा सकता है ना घर का ये बच्चा. माय मॉम लव्स स्किन केयर एंड I can send her like skincare at home sometimes if I'm getting some PR packages for testing or something like that. Because as a marketing, you also get all of those. तो माय मॉम जस्ट नोज दैट कि मार्केटिंग करना है और ये कभी ना आगे जाके थोड़े और ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स भिजवा पाएगा मुझे. दैट्स समथिंग माय मॉम डज. माय फादर, he still does not have any idea. My father and I just had one chat. बेटा पैसे चाहिए क्या? चाहिए हो तो बता देना बस. That's it. That's the only conversation I have had with my dad
It's a
for an
very
entire month
bad
now. Like every
conversation. Yeah.
single week, whenever we are talking, पैसों की जरूरत है, खत्म तो नहीं हुए ना, खत्म हो जाए तो बता देना. That is the only conversation I've had with my dad.
I can
Yeah,
totally
that's the
imagine that
story.
because that's just how dads are. They're like, and actually, I'm kind of happy for you that they did not stop you or something because, I have always wanted to get out of my house. I have been living with my
Hmm.
parents, though not in the same city, but living with my parents, and I'm like 22 right now. And I'm so done. I so relate to what you said that, so you recently shifted to Delhi and tell me like all about it. What were your some stereotypes that you took with you over there? And I like what was your first impression? What are your perceptions that you have, created till now, like in the last what 2-3 weeks of being in Delhi?
So I have been in Delhi for an entire month now. And perceptions. Okay, buildings are very huge. I have never seen these tall buildings. Malls are way too big. I mean, I cannot wrap my. Okay, so currently I'm sitting. If I tell you, yeah, I can tell you that. So like, currently I'm sitting in Select City Mall. Okay, it's the biggest mall of Delhi, like biggest mall of Delhi, and it never ends. And I have never seen these things. I have never seen brands like Chanel and all. Like, forget Chanel. I've never seen an H&M. This was the first time I saw an H&M, and I'm wearing H&M right now.
How is
Yeah.
there no H&M in Jaipur? No.
There are a lot of things. We don't have those things like Forever 21 and all. Like there is one Zara in Jaipur.
Wow.
That's the only luxury thing we have seen in Jaipur. Other than that, it was a weird thing when I was like telling people, "Oh, this is an H&M. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there." They were so weirded out. My office colleagues were also weirded out too. So क्या हो गया? H&M ही तो है. I was like, for me, it's not just H&M. For me, it's like a five-star luxury clothes, you know. But for them, it's like it's just H&M.
It's just H&M, yeah, I get it. I mean, yeah, Jaipur is like culturally rich, but
Yeah.
then I get what you're feeling because I have, like, since I've been to Delhi once recently, like I told you, I can't wait to go back over there. Though I hated the atmosphere, I hated the climate over there, but I can't wait to go back there because सब कुछ दिल्ली में हो रहा है. जो भी हो रहा है, there's so much happening over there, and
Either
I can't.
Delhi or Mumbai,
Yeah,
right?
Delhi or Mumbai. But I want to get a
Hmm.
little far away because Mumbai and Pune are like literally next to each other, and I don't want that. Anyway, so yeah, tell me your perceptions. We were on that. क्या stereotypes break
Uh,
हुए या create हुए नए? How was it?
okay, so the stereotype, which is this one stereotype that in Delhi people believe that sadak unke baaki hai, that is an actual thing. I realized it. That is an actual thing. Here, people think that road is owned by their parents for some reason because they will drive like anything. And if you came in their way, they won't be sorry for it. They will never be sorry for it. And that happened with me. And because there is zebra crossing also, and apparently zebra crossing is followed. And it's the first time I have ever seen that zebra crossing also has red lights. Like there is red lights on zebra crossing. But since that red light is green light, and if you go there in Jaipur, we cross anytime we want to because like there is nothing like
Yeah.
a zebra crossing. But if you go there, you're probably going to get hit by someone, and a car is going to probably send you to the hospital, and they won't be sorry for it. So this is something which I have seen in Delhi, like Sarak to Papa ki hai. This is one stereotype.
And that's cool. Also,
And of course, the other one would be the ending every sentence with the, I
yeah.
cannot say the word on the podcast, but
Yeah, I got it. I was actually going to say it. Delhi se who, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
that's an actual thing.
I mean, even I observe that people cuss a lot over there. Yeah, but it's okay.
Like a lot. And
They don't
the
even
weirdest
realize
part, I am not able to
it. Not able to adjust to
because
it.
I don't know. And that's why I'm kind of sometimes alienated because I try it and it just does not sound like that from our mouth. Like it does not even sound like a cuss word if I'm saying it. Because like look at my face, like how the fuck it will like, even sound like if it's a cuss word. So in office also sometimes it's like when someone is saying like a cuss word and I'm like, तू तो नहीं बोलता है ना? I'm like, हाँ यार नहीं बोलता यार, नहीं बोला जाता, क्या करूँ?
The thing is, even if you say it, you will not even seem like half as cool as them. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
Also,
like मेरे से कोई नहीं डरने वाला है, even if I'm saying a cuss word.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so when you shifted to Delhi, like getting to a more serious topic, what was like the first hurdle that you faced over there? Was it house hunting, as you've mentioned before, or was it the food? Was it the culture? Or like, was it, trying to fit in? What was it? Or all of it, for that matter?
See, I don't think food was a problem. I love Delhi food. Like I love the street food, and it's like very good. Street food is very good. The other food also, like cafes and all, it's very good. Food was not the problem. The biggest problem was I came here without any planning. I shifted in one day.
Hmm.
Nowhere to live, nowhere to stay to, no idea where to find PGs, no idea where to find flats, no idea about anything. And the worst part, it rained that day when
Oh,
I came in Delhi. It rained. And when it rains,
yeah, it rains.
it's the end. It rained. Yeah, it rained. So what happened was, I know people in Delhi. I knew some friends already. Like they are friends from my college also. They are friends from like I know people. So for this time, I for like starting let's say a week, I like the biggest hurdle was to I was staying at a friend's place and I knew I had to move out someday. Like I had to move out. The finding part was the biggest struggle because I spent my weekends trying to do that. I have spent a lot of weekends trying to do that. Not partying, but I have spent a lot of weekends trying to look for a place. And currently also like it's still a hurdle because currently where I'm staying, I still am going to move out after 3 months because this is not the perfect place which I personally wanted. But right now I have to because there is no other option. Because I came without any planning and plus there was nothing like na ki when you are moving to the city, sometimes your parents are there to drop you and they are there to कि भाई PG करवा लेते हैं, flat इसका देख लेते हैं. Nothing like that happened. I was the person with alone, a backpack and a luggage. That's it. And that's me. That was just me when I entered Delhi. No, like, emotional support or moral support or parent support. Because I did not want to put my parents also in that pain. Ki
Yeah.
suddenly, if I'm moving, what will they do? They don't know Delhi either. What will they even do?
Right.
Like, I don't want them to come from Jaipur to Delhi for the shifting.
Mhm.
Even when like I am the one who knows things, I am the one who's not able to find out. So how will they help? So I did not call them. Obviously, I did. They insisted if we should come to drop you or not. I was like, no, let's not do it because I know that you will also be end up living in a hotel for no reason, and it's not going to work out. I'll figure it out, which I did eventually. So this was like the biggest hurdle in Delhi, like the biggest hurdle, and I believe it still is because still I have to wrap my head around the after 3 months, what? After 3 months, I have to look for a place again because I want to. I honestly don't want to always keep living in a PG or in a shared room. I want my own place to at sometimes. So that's what is like still the biggest hurdle.
Right. I mean, yeah, also I've heard about how expensive everything is in Delhi, like the housing, the electricity and everything. So, like you said that, you don't want to live in the PG for a lot of time. Like you want a place of your own. So, there's always
Mhm.
this pressure of proving your worth, especially like, with Gen Z these days. Success seems to be something that we need to achieve as soon as possible. So, like compared to our parents who had like a very linear path, ki degree karo, job lo, shadi karo, stability, and then, maybe retire later on. So, do you think, this kind of pressure is good for us? How have you been feeling? Do you feel good about it, or is it like too much pressure?
Uh, about pressure. So I also grew up in an Indian family, like all of us. I also had this thing that I should become a doctor, probably an engineer, probably a civil servant, probably something like that. And here I am being, I am someone I cannot even define my job to them because they won't understand, right? So imagine the low for me, like the low for me because they cannot wrap their head around this fact that I am still not a doctor or an engineer or like doing BTech, science, something like that, right? So for Gen Zs, I believe that I was always in this matrix that I have to achieve something, that I have to do something. I was always bad at studies. I was always terrible at studies. I used to study one night before exam, and somehow I used to pass all my exams with like very average marks, which I loved it. But obviously, parents did not. Ki, you can do better. You can be a CA. You can be a CA like your sisters. And I was always someone that I cannot because I don't have the bandwidth to study and do something. I can do way better if I am just talking. That's what I always felt. I always felt that I can do way better. As soon as I entered college, I felt that the only thing which can make me successful would be this talking skill. So I have to chase that no matter what because I believed in myself at that time because nobody believed in me,
Right.
parents, friends, or whatever, nobody believed in me. So I was the only person. I had to believe in myself that if I want to achieve something, I have to stop thinking ki what other people think. And I actually stopped it because most of the time people are not able to stop thinking that what people are going to say. what my padosi is going to say to my mother that this dude is doing something which cannot be even defined. But for me, it's very well because you see those people on TV and on reels, and I get to talk to them. So that's a flex for me also, and I achieved it by myself. So
Yeah.
this bar which is said always that Gen Zs are the ones who don't listen and they just want to do their own thing. I think it's divided in 50-50%. Some Gen Zs they do listen to their parents
Honestly,
and do something.
yeah.
Some of us
Honestly,
honestly cannot.
honestly, I don't
Sorry.
see a problem with, doing your own thing, because then what is life for? Like, how do you tell me that I was born on a random planet and now you want me to do things according to you? Especially when I don't even like what you do.
That's exactly like okay. So fun fact, I this morning only I had to send a video to my college, like because today is orientation for my juniors and not a flex, but I was kind of a popular person in college because I was
Wow.
a talker and everybody knew
No,
if
I can
this dude
actually
is doing some or
imagine
the
that,
other things.
yeah, with your talking skills and everything and all the people that you've hosted, it's very obvious that you have been very popular in
Yeah.
your college.
So I was sick yesterday, and my college told me that you have to send a video because you physically cannot be present there. So we are just going to play your video, and we are going to just show them to your juniors ki how you made it out. There were people doing cat. There were people investing hours and hours on the person who made it out without having any big MBA degree, big any other degree. I did. I went out. So they told me to send a video. And I made a video and I just told them ki I cannot say anything regarding studies. If you want me to, motivate juniors that come to college and study, I won't be able to. But my college said, don't say it because we know that you are also the one who did not study. You are the one who did other things. Just say that. And I said that. Ki forget about what others are thinking. Forget about other things. Just these 3 years are, I believe, the most important years, even if you are wasting money. People say don't go to college. College is a scam. Yeah, expensive college, maybe. I don't know. Like, I never went to an expensive college. Maybe they are a scam. Maybe they are not. Maybe that degree is something which will get them a very high paying job. Maybe it cannot, because I personally have no idea what this expensive college of Mumbai's and Delhi's feel like, because I never had the marks to join them. So I just said one thing to my juniors: ki these 3 years can make your life also. You don't have to have like a degree of an IIM, but these 3 years can still get you to an IIM or can get you somewhere where you will definitely love it. Because I said this in the video, I am at a place which I love it because I figured it out that talking is something which can get me out. And all I have to do is keep talking and never stop. So
Right.
that was my message to juniors that do it. Do like go there, go to that event, go to that party. Even if you are feeling such an anxiety ki I don't have friends with me right now, who would I go with? Just go. Just go there and sit there, even if you don't know the crowd. Because once you are there, somebody will approach you or you can approach somebody and you are going to have the best 3 years of your life like that only. Just go to the class and start talking to people, have fun, because these 3 years are for figuring out, and I don't think that these 3 years are for having a degree, because वो तो तुम्हें मिल जाएगी ना, even if you're
Yeah.
just passing,
Even
तुम्हें
I
degree तो मिल
believe,
जाएगी.
like, yeah, that the college days are really important to,
Hmm,
just explore everything and put yourself out there without the fear of
exactly.
judgment.
Like
Because everyone is trying to figure their own shit out. Like, no one knows what they're
hmm,
here for. So never be afraid of judgment is the one thing that I tell my, younger cousins and everything. And even in my case, I was like, nahi, UPSC ka padna hai, UPSC ka padna hai. So I never participated in anything for the 3 years of my college. And that's like the biggest regret of my life till now. So yeah, I totally get it. And also, people who say college is a scam honestly don't understand that for a lot of people, it's a place where you get opportunities that you cannot even think of
exactly.
sitting at home.
Yeah, like life, even if you like feel like that if it's not the college you always want it to be, or anything like that, it's not your dream college or anything. Just like what you have, just try to figure that out because you cannot change it right now. If you cannot change it, just try to figure things out there. In 3 years, nobody's telling you to sit in a class. Nobody's telling you go out, maybe do an internship. Don't go to college every single day. Do something. Just try to do something and figure it out that after 3 years, if you are not someone who can study, then I think these 3 years are the best time when you can know what is something you can do without studies, because studies are not the only thing.
Yeah.
Even if people will tell you a lot of times that studies are the only thing which can, get you that 50 LPA job. Trust me, studies will get you a job.
Yeah.
You figuring it out will get you something that you will actually want to do, and not something which will give you 50 LPA ka package. 50 LPA ka package is amazing. I would also want that. But I believe like if I'm sitting at 50 LPA ka package and I'm going to an office every single day and I'm feeling like उससे नहीं होगा, so then what's the point? Like life is not
Right.
about that. Like you cannot have fun. You can only have fun when you're doing something which you just love so much. And sometimes you will hate it because job is sensitive. So people feel like that there can be a perfect job which you might love. No, you can never, never, never land a job which you will all love. There is nothing like loving your job, because at the end it's a job, right? You will end up hating it some or the other day, but at least do something in which out of 5 days, 3 days you're loving it and 2 days you're burnt out. At least you're burnt out 2 days, right? 3 days you're having fun. 3 days you are
Yeah.
like
And also
enjoying,
burnout.
growing, and learning that this is the best thing.
Yeah. Also, like burnout, being burnt out from something by doing something that you love is never a negative kind of burnout. It's actually nice to know that, oh, I
Yeah.
did a lot of work on something that I love. Yeah. So also, shifting our conversation a little bit to like gender issues wala thing. You know, uh, as a man, as a 21-year-old man, have you felt that society has much more expectations from you, like right from when you're like a teenager or something? बचपन से ही सिखाया जाता है कि जल्दी कमाना है, and you have to get stable, and yeah, all that. Have you felt that pressure?
Okay, so I have felt that pressure since I was like probably 14 years old, because I am the older kid in the house. Like that's another burden, that you are the oldest in your house,
But your sister
right?
is a CA,
I have a
right?
brother.
Or is that
My sister is not a CA. Okay,
okay?
so I'll tell you, like, I live in a joint family.
Okay.
I'm the sister I'm talking about is a cousin sister.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So technically, according to like, my this nuclear family, my parents and me and my brother, I am the one who is the oldest. So I have always heard this, that since I was 14 years old, beta kab kamayega. This is the line. And this line always breaks you, because yeah, how are you able to take that load as a 14-year-old when your father is telling you कि यार मैं तो बहुत थक जाता हूँ, अब तू कब कमाएगा, and you have no answer, because you just have no answer. What can you say? Like being a man, this is the thing, and especially when you are an older man in the house, it's always that कि कब कमाएगा, and I've always been like कि always speechless whenever this question specifically pops up. I still don't have any answer. I'm out of Delhi. I am earning, but what I am earning is exhausted by me, because living is expensive and everything is just gone in a month, because I just started.
Right.
I'm not at the stage where I'm saving and sending money or anything like that. And I was kind of happy, like finally अब कमाएगा. I was like, yeah, but उसमें अभी और time लगेगा.
Right.
Yeah, like this question has always like hurt that point in heart and brain at the same time. How how to make them also retire, make yourself independent. It will take time, but at the same time, whenever that question is popped up, I can never answer that, because I don't know. I don't know what's the right answer that keep कमाएगा.
Right. I actually cannot relate, but I can sympathize. Even though I can't empathize, I can
Mhm.
sympathize because yeah, that's the expectations are different when it comes to women. When it comes to just a sec. Yeah, we are expected to like jitna seekhna hai seekh lo, and then get married and all of that. Like one of my friends, she's
Exactly.
yeah, even my own sister right now, she's 26, and why hai कि get educated आराम से and then get married. It doesn't matter if you have a job or not, but in both the cases, it's quite demotivating, I might say. Anyways, tell me, like, do you have any male role models? Do you believe in that? Do you think that it's important for young boys to, have like good male role models? And has it ever happened that someone gave you like a very bad piece of advice, about being a man that did not sit right with you? I mean,
I uh, have always just got bad advices. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I have ever received a good advice because in Jaipur, if I say it's the same thing. The cousins I have, the older cousins I have, it's the same advice that you can do an MBA, you can do this, you can do that, and you're a man, you can do this, you can, take mathematics and like that. I don't. That's the reason that I don't know. Like having a male role model is like I don't have one. Even on internet, I don't have one because I don't know. When I open internet, I think internet is the effed up thing ever. Because honestly, like the things which are there are not something which actually happens in your life. And the male role models there, the people who are talking about guys, they are talking about guys in such a way that man have to be a man, and that being a man is a definition everywhere that you have to be like this particular,
and
you
you
just
did,
have
yeah,
to be that guy.
yeah,
And I was never that guy. I still am not because I don't think I would ever fit in that particular society and of being a man because I cannot. Because I am not like that. I was never brought up like that, and I could not grow up like that. Even in college, also, I had difficult times, about this definition because when you open internet, being a man is something completely different, right?
yeah.
That's not how life works.
I hate this obsession with these particular definitions of being a man or a woman. Let me just be a human. Let me decide what I want to do. As long as it's not
I
hurting someone else, it's none of your business. Yeah.
Exactly. Like that's the thing. If I am not hurting someone else, then I can be whoever the fuck I want to be because I am like that. I cannot be the typical man you are, talking about on the internet.
Yeah, so when you talk about that, do you think that men support each other? Because in women, though
No.
oftentimes it is said that women is the women's worst enemy, it's not always the case. We actually are, I might always go to a girl friend of mine instead of someone else whenever I have a problem. So, do you think that you can just express your emotions when or do you have friends that you can go to when you're not feeling good mentally? Also, one thing, oftentimes, like you were talking about internet, when men try to be vulnerable, especially on internet, why is there so much of backlash? Like, what is your opinion on that?
I think like over the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, I think we are still not able to recover from these two things, which are being a man and being a woman. Like these are something which are fit in our heads since we are born. And I come from Rajasthan. Okay. That's the typical definition where you are taught what is being a man and what is being a woman. Right? Because Rajasthan still has Gungat.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know, like this thing, I don't know how or when we will ever recover from this about being a man and being a woman definition that either just be a human dude like we all bleed red, we all piss the same color, and how are we still defining what can be a man and what cannot be a man? what can be a woman and what cannot be a woman, what should they do, what should they not do. Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that question because
Okay, so on a lighter note, after you shifted to Delhi, Delhi is like so chaotic, so full of contrasts and so much of noise. Has it, like in a month, has it changed the way you look towards your life, towards your career or your goals?
a lot. When I shifted to Delhi, it was very fast because when you are in Jaipur, Jaipur has this 40-kilometer radius, and in half an hour you can literally leave Jaipur. But in Delhi, Delhi is so big that because of cultural shift, it will take you hours and hours to just go from one place to another place. And I have never felt that. So, yeah, I also have started thinking about life in such a different way that this is something which I have to do every single day when I wake up, and this is something which I have to do because in Jaipur I never did. In Jaipur, my college was legit like 30 minutes away. Here, my office would be 45 minutes away or something like that. So this is like something which I have also changed, and this is something which I have developed that I want to live there, and it just makes me feel more and more happy rather than hectic and sad. Because when you live constantly for 21 years somewhere, and when something is suddenly changed, there are just two kinds of people in that situation. One who are completely broken down and they go back to cities. I have seen so many people. I've seen my own, friends from college who tried to go out, but it was so hectic. It was so something like that. Everything there, you have to do it by yourself, and they came back to Jaipur because they could not handle the pressure. And then there are other people, which I believe I consider myself, who have who know that they have to make a life just there, and you have to struggle because there is no second option. There is no going back because once you go back, you can never come back. It's
Yeah.
not like it's an everyday thing. You can go, you can come, you can go, you can come. No, it takes a lot of guts to shift from a place. Especially, I believe like people who have shifted because of college, it's very
It's a
comparatively
different
very
thing.
easy from them. But
Yeah.
they would be living there for 3 years and they don't have that thing on top of their head. Okay, month is about to end. I don't have any money left,
Also, like your
right?
routine is fixed. You know what you have to, get up and do the next day. You can go to a
Yeah,
mess, have college ka food, and I mean, I'm not saying it's good and everything, but it's definitely a completely different scenario because as a working person, there are a lot of things that you have to worry about, and most importantly, you don't have 3 years to, convince your parents कि नहीं अभी तो college खत्म ही नहीं हुआ है. Right now you have to make sure that
okay,
you
like
have your job, you maintain your job so that you can tell your parents कि नहीं भाई अभी चल रहा है. I need, yeah, it's hard to convince your parents, yourself and everything.
yeah, like I don't think I have had the weirdest part. I don't think I've had breakfast for an entire month now.
Oh my
That's
God.
very out of the context,
No, but
but
I get it. Yeah.
that's how things work here.
Yeah, yeah. That's a lot. That's not having breakfast for a month. I mean, that's just
I have coffee.
adulting. Yeah, that's just adulting, like shifting away from your house. And that's the first thing,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. An entire habit just broken down. अब तो खाना ही नहीं
Mhm.
खाते सुबह. All,
Yeah,
oh,
that happened, and I think I did not mind that because I thought that see, I don't think for 3 months I am going to have breakfast because it takes time to blend it, right? So 1 month, this 1 month I was looking ki where can I get breakfast from every single day.
right.
That was a struggle. After a month, finally I get to eat like one or two breakfast options sometimes here and there. Yeah, I can. And that's a very depressing part for people. For me, it's very fun because I don't know why it's fun. Like not having breakfast is fun for me. For some reason, it's like it just makes me happy. The best part makes me happy is every single day I wake up and I realize that whatever I wanted, I achieved it. Like it's not everything. I'm not a billionaire. Obviously, wanted to be one. I still haven't. But this is something which I dreamt for 3 years. Like 3 to 4 years, I was dreaming that I am going to get out of the city to live all alone by myself. And here I am living out of the city all alone by myself, having my matcha and having a podcast. Like, that is the
Perfect.
dream. Like, I achieved it. So, every single day, I just push myself to just think about the small things that I have done it. I have made it because these were the goals 3 years ago. Today, it may be being a billionaire.
Yeah,
Maybe I would achieve it someday. But 3 years ago, this was the goal, and I won. I won in life because I won that goal. I left the city all alone. I
yeah.
am earning.
Other
I'm doing
thing,
what I like. So I believe that everyone should go with it. Just think people sometimes think that they haven't achieved enough. I also think that a lot of times that yeah, I haven't achieved enough. There are so many people who have done so many things. Like they are also around my age, but they are like so famous. They are probably earning so much. They are this, that, these, those. But take 5 minutes and think that 3 years ago you were thinking about this same thing, that there would be a very pretty sa cafe where you can go without anybody's permission at whatever time you want to and can order whatever you want to, and nobody will be able to ever stop you, and you can sit there for hours and do what you love. So I
exactly.
won.
Yeah. So, all those small sacrifices become quite irrelevant because, I mean, it's okay. That's the price that you pay for, the freedom for being able to
Yeah.
do what you want to do. So, also in one of the posts of yours, you had mentioned, the awkwardness of asking for money from your parents. So, like since shifting to Delhi, what was that one moment when you realized, oh, now I'm a full adult? Like, this is what adulting looks like. Was it paying rent or,
That was
paying
when
Wi-Fi ka bill?
I was washing. Okay, so that peak adulthood I felt was when I was out of clothes and there was nobody to wash it. Right? It was like peak adulthood. Because I was like, I don't have anything and all of the clothes are dirty. And what's next? What's tomorrow? What am I going to do? That was like, I realized at that time, ki, shit, I'm an adult. I have to do it by myself now. Like
Yeah.
those laundry used to be in the automatic washing machine mom had, and now I have to do it like by hand.
कपड़े
How is
धोने
that even a thing?
Yeah, I get
That was
it.
the peak adulthood moment.
Like, what are the new skills that you've learned that you realized कि oh, this is something that I can do. I never imagined कि मेरे को ये आ सकता है. It was just the, you just needed a reason to do something and you never did it. Like, what are the skills that you gained वहाँ पे जाके?
So this is the best skill. Like this is not in the context, but the best skill I gained was bargaining in the Sarojini Nagar. I have bought this for 100 rupees and I'm very proud of it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Second thing is rickshaw wale se paise kam karwana. So from metro to my office, it should be 20 rupees, and sometimes they ask for 30 rupees, and that is the skill which I have mastered, that I am never going to give more than 20 rupees. Those are the two irrelevant skills, but those were the skills which Delhi taught me. Other than that, I would say Delhi has taught me this best thing, that I don't feel alone anymore. I
Wow.
don't feel alone anymore because I know I'm all by myself, right? I am not alone. I just starting enjoying my own company. That is something which I gained. This is not a skill. I believe this is not a skill. This is like a more of a trait,
Ability. Yeah.
like which I started developing.
Yeah.
Ki I don't feel lonely anymore because even if I don't have anyone to hang out right now, I can just go anywhere all by myself. I won't have that anxiety that which I used to have 3 years ago. Ki I cannot hang out by myself. But when you are in a completely new city and you don't know that many people, like thankfully I did knew a lot of people, but at the same time they were not like friends. They were just the people I knew. So I could
Acquaintances.
not just
Yeah.
call them, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. That was not possible. But that is like the best thing which I have learned is enjoying my own company, going out, having this thing called baklava, which I used to see on reels and was not available in Jaipur.
I still haven't
But
had
now I
it.
can.
And I have not had
This
matcha
thing,
yet either. And
this
okay,
is addictive. Like I had this when I came to Delhi. Like this is not available that easily in Jaipur. It is available in Jaipur, but it's not that good. Obviously,
did you like it?
it's addictive.
I mean, okay, you're drinking
Why
it.
do you think I'm
Yeah,
drinking
yeah,
this?
yeah, 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 I get it. So,
Yeah,
that's amazing. And I appreciate it. I once remember seeing a reel, which said, "You're all by yourself. You're all by yourself. Be happy about
that's a
it."
Taylor Swift song.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't
It's
know.
all one, not all by yourself. I'll tell you what it is. It's you're on your own now, and
Yeah,
the good part is you're on your own
you're
now.
on
So
your
that's the
own.
Taylor Swift
Right.
song.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not that old, but maybe I just live under a rock or something. Okay. So
She
you
got married, right?
engaged? No, or married? Engaged.
Yeah, engaged, and she will get
But yeah,
married.
it's a
We
very
don't.
big
We
deal.
are
I
not
get
gonna
it. Yeah. 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 I'm very happy.
like. There won't be any more heartbreak songs.
Yup. I agree. And I'm happy for her. Yeah. So, you have a huge LinkedIn presence, okay? Like you,
Hmm.
your posts get a lot of engagement also, a lot of likes and everything. But when you were new on LinkedIn and when you were, like just starting out, did seeing other people's profile create like some kind of FOMO or like, it seems like everyone has figured it out on LinkedIn. So how did you deal with that? Because personally, when I came on LinkedIn, and I did that like 3 months or 4 months ago, maybe I don't remember. But yeah, it was this year after my college ended. Uske ek saal baad I did it. So I realized कि oh, I messed up. I'm way behind compared to other people, and it kind of messed with my mental health. But how did you deal with it?
Okay, so I joined LinkedIn for one thing, which was job hunt. Content creation was never a thing. It was always that I want a job now because I'm about to graduate. So I downloaded LinkedIn actually when I was about to graduate. Like there was just a couple of days left, and I was having that very bad anxiety because I tried Indeed and Naukri.com and I don't know what all the things which are present on the internet, but can never get you job. They can never get you job. I have realized that like you can buy any kind of subscription,
Yeah,
but they can
yeah,
never get you job. And housing.com cannot get you a house that time
yeah.
also. So I bought a subscription of 1,000 rupees. Like it's very tough to earn 1,000 rupees,
I know. I get
and
you.
I still don't have a good flat. So, so Devami,
How do you
you were
deal?
on that
How
question,
did
na?
you deal with the FOMO of it? Yeah.
Hmm. So when I also joined LinkedIn, like I also was seeing that wow, everybody is so famous. They have so many things. Like they have done so many things. They have achieved so many things. They are, in Airways. They are in Zomato. They are in Swiggy. They are in the biggest firms I've ever seen. And where I am, a person who does not even have a college degree right now. So I was like, "Hey, what am I gonna do?" So what I did was I just randomly started posting out of FOMO only. Like the FOMO made me post. So I started posting and I used to get like one like, maybe two likes, and that also was one on my account and one from a fake account. And those two are the likes I used to get. So after some times, I started getting worth for attention that people started liking my content a little bit, that he can also create, oh, he is creating this, but it was very bad starting. The content was very bad because I used to just post about कि मैंने कॉलेज में ये करा, मैंने कॉलेज में ये करा, because मेरे पास और कुछ था नहीं, क्योंकि मैंने और कुछ तो करा नहीं है, so मैंने जो कॉलेज में करा है मैं वही पोस्ट डाल देता हूँ. So people have achieved so much in life, and I just achieved like कि मैंने कॉलेज में events करे, so I started posting that. And this FOMO used to hurt every single day. I am honestly not gonna lie. I lost my sleep for like weeks. I lost my sleep. I used to wake up every single day just to see if someone has replied to me, if someone has, if I can get the notification that your resume was seen, if someone was like there reaching out to me, or the people have texted. I have cold emailed so many people. You won't believe, like I have cold email, like email texted on LinkedIn also. I have I think 400 people. But as a college graduate, they don't realize your potential that well because A, you are not from some very fancy big college where companies come and give you that. You're not. And at the same time, you don't have something to prove that you are good. But from inside, it hurts so much that you know you have the potential to do anything. I never learned copywriting. I never learned influencer marketing. I had zero idea about those things, but I figured it out. And that was a skill which I had. But at the same time, nobody would realize that because companies need that paper thing. Okay, you have done this,
Yeah.
and if you have done this, only then you can get selected.
Yeah.
So that used to kill me every single night. I used to like wake up at 4 a.m. You won't believe, just to check LinkedIn. Like I used to wake up at 4 a.m. to check LinkedIn when I know that nobody's out there
I
at 4 a.m. checking LinkedIn. And one day, this one post got 2,000 views. It was not a lot, but it was 2,000 for me. From 100 views to 2,000 views
That's
suddenly.
a lot.
And
Yeah.
that was a lot for me. I was feeling like I have achieved the world. And and on that day, I just made a pact with myself that I am not going to miss even a single day. Whatever happens, even if it's Sunday, I'm not missing it, no matter what. And I started posting, and I started posting very relatable things that I could not do that, whitewash myself into being someone that I was not able to do it because I cannot put a mock-up or a mascot there that I've achieved this, I am on this, I have good grades or anything because honestly, like person like me, I had nothing. So I just had to be real on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I started posting very random things that I am not getting a job, so I'm probably starting a thela. I'm not getting a job, I'm selling on a momos. I'm not getting a job, I'm gonna sell matcha. I started doing this, and people actually started relating to it because that is the reality of the world which we are living in. Everybody does not have a job on LinkedIn. 90% people who are active, they don't have a job because that's why they are active there. And the 10% people are the creators.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it works. People don't have jobs there, and they don't want to see a motivational speech there that you can get some very fancy job by commenting on their post that I am interested, which you will never get.
It's annoying. It's very annoying when people put up
Very,
motivational posts like on a Monday.
very
Like, yeah, like I did that twice and I realized, you know what? If I was the audience, I wouldn't want to read it either. Like, if it was that easy, wouldn't I already have the job? I wanted to ask you, Ki, what's one thing about, the struggles that men face that you wish that that women particularly and the society at large knew about? Like,
Uh, First would definitely be that it's a constant one. Men don't cry. Like that is something which we have always heard. That is something which we always have to kind of follow because yeah, that is like something which have been there for years and years that men cannot cry. Second thing is, second thing is like men are not allowed to open up. We are not supposed to talk about our feelings. And I'm not saying like, the world has decided that. That is completely wrong. Men have decided that. Men have
yeah.
set that up. That we are not supposed to open up. Men have set that up that we are not supposed to cry. Nobody else did it for us. Women never did it for us that they are not supposed to do this, they are not supposed to do that. This is our own self, and we set this up for ourselves that we have to be particular about some things that we are not supposed to, talk about our personal feelings to someone, and we are not supposed to cry. And we have stretched that for so long that now it is a stereotype, and now it is something which is actually being taught. So in school, like that happened with me actually. If I cried, teachers would so easily they would say that
Why
"लड़का
not?
है रो क्यों रहा है?"
Yeah.
They would easily say that, and nobody can say anything. And I cannot say anything in return because yeah, I'm a guy. Why am I crying? I am not allowed to cry or express anything. I'm not allowed to express my feelings if I am getting less marks in exams. I'm not allowed to express my feelings if I am sad about anything. So since that you are a kid, You have always been taught that you're not supposed to do that. And we, our own selves, have like stretched it to a point that going back to that phase when men were allowed to cry and express themselves, I don't know what time was that, maybe probably 1,000 years ago. We would probably need more 1,000 more years to recover from this thing that it's okay to talk about it and it's
Yeah.
okay to cry. Well, these are like basic things. Crying is, anyways, just salt coming out of your body. So just chill. It's not something very rocket science or something like that. It's just salt coming out of your body, just like, yeah, precipitate. Who cares?
I mean, yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
like
It's
these
so
are the two
toxic.
things which we go through a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long will this be a thing, but I believe that it will be for a long, 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 long time. The recovering from that would be very, very difficult because till this date, it's still a thing that if you're a man,
Yeah.
tough enough. If you're a man, to be tough. If you're a man, stop crying and stop feeling things.
Even I find it so toxic to tell a man to not express themselves, to not cry. And then, when they grow up and do messed up things, and then you're like, oh, how can you do this? I mean, it's very obvious if a man has never known how to deal with his emotions except for, suppressing them, you cannot expect a positive outcome later on ki, he'll handle everything like a matured person. No. I mean, it's obvious that they're going to mess up. But yeah. I mean, do you also think that men finding it so hard to express themselves could also be, lack of self introspection? Are you sure that you know what it is that is actually troubling you? Because as a woman, I know I can literally list 10 things that might be troubling me right now. But is that the case with men in general?
About the introspection part, I think it depends on honestly person to person because some men are confused, some are not. Some know what is bothering them, but they also know at the same time that they are not supposed to talk about that. Because at the end, even if something is bothering you, if it's bothering you emotionally, that's the whole point of being a man that you're not supposed to share those emotions with someone or talk about it with someone because you somehow are supposed to just recover by yourself. That's the norm that you have to recover by yourself. So, yeah, like most of the time, I believe we know what's bothering us. We do know what's bothering us because, of course, like if something is bothering us, you would know. But at the same time, you would also know that we cannot talk about it because we know that we are by our own self here and we are on our own now. Especially if you are an adult, that is like the biggest peak point. You cannot reach out that easily. I mean, I'm not talking about just myself because I believe that I have reached to a point where I realized that I don't fit in the norms anyways. So I don't have to, keep myself from not crying or not reaching out to my friends when I'm feeling sad or feeling anything like that. I will. Because I know that there might not be 100 people for there, but there are these two people who I can just, call anytime and talk to that I am not feeling well. I'm gonna keep doing that no matter how it seems in the eyes of the society or in the eyes of anyone that men are not supposed to reach out or express themselves. I personally would because I have reached that particular maturity that if someone is saying something about you, it does not matter because there will be 100 people saying some or the other thing about you and you cannot never stop them. Even if you're doing something right or wrong, does not matter because there will be that one person who is saying that ये तो क्या कर रहा है
Right.
and you cannot be bothered because Tappu from Patna आपके बारे में क्या सोचता है आपको क्या करना है.
Yeah,
That is something which I
exactly.
posted on LinkedIn also.
Yeah. Um, Also, so like, we are almost about to end with this. What's the one piece of advice you would give your younger self? Like very crisp, in
Uh,
one line maybe. What is it that you would tell your younger self?
the one piece of advice. The one piece of advice would be you will figure it out. That is the only thing I would say to my younger self. You will figure it out.
Yeah.
And it is okay if you haven't, but you will figure it out.
Yeah, that's perfect, and that's so reassuring also. Um, there's this one question that we ask everyone that is on the podcast. Uh, what would you want to be remembered for when you will not be here anymore? What is that one thing?
My yapping that I want to
You
talk about.
surely will be remembered for
I
that.
will
Trust me.
I don't want to remember even if I am getting a Nobel Prize or even if I'm getting something like I would not say Nobel Prize because that is something very big, like people work day and night to achieve that. But even if I am doing anything, but I don't want to be remembered for that. I want to be remembered for just one thing that I was a chill guy, a guy who can you easily talk to even if you're meeting for the first time, and he would totally be cool. You don't have to feel awkward because I will be the one in the group who would talk and make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
That is what I want to be remembered for.
Yeah, that's okay. So it was really wonderful talking to you. And to conclude this,
Likewise.
yeah, to conclude this podcast, I'm gonna use your own lines from one of your posts. Like it's like a conclusion, it's like a summary of the whole thing. Get that random job, post that random thought, and get that tattoo. Family and friends are already disappointed in you. At least don't disappoint yourself. So, a gentle reminder, stop caring. I loved it. When I saw
Stop
that thing, I
caring.
loved it. Yeah.